Jobs for blue-collar workers in this nation are valuable resources. The livelihood and well-being of American families are valuable resources. The ability of America to have our own industry and not be dependent on China is a valuable resource. Why should those things for millions of Americans be sacrificed in favor of your agenda for radical climate change?
Senator, I know that there's like 1.9 jobs for every American in the country right now, so I know there's a lot of jobs.
Wait a minute. You're telling me you're telling me we've got too many jobs in the country?
Senator Josh Hawley leaves Interior Secretary Deb Haaland visibly flustered after she fails to answer basic questions about China's stranglehold on the critical minerals powering America's electric vehicle mandate, then stuns the room by suggesting that blue-collar job losses are not a crisis because America already has enough jobs. This video breaks down every moment of the exchange, from Haaland's silence on China's dominance of refined lithium, cobalt, and graphite production, to the fiery debate over blocked mining permits near Minnesota's Boundary Waters, to the jaw-dropping remark that prompted Hawley to deliver one of the most passionate defenses of working-class Americans ever heard in a Senate hearing room.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to come back, Madam Secretary, to this trade-off between energy security and the radical climate change agenda that you've endorsed, which is less energy security for America, radical climate change agenda. On the subject of these sweeping mandates related to electric vehicles that the Biden administration has imposed, including now for our military, the metals needed to make the lithium-ion batteries in those vehicles are, of course, lithium, nickel, graphite, and cobalt. Now, can you tell me what nation is the largest producer of refined lithium in the world?
No, I can't.
It's China. Can you tell me which nation is the largest producer of refined cobalt in the world?
No, Senator.
It's China. Do you know what nation is the largest exporter of natural graphite to the United States globally?
No, Senator.
It's China.
Okay.
So in all of these instances, these mandates, your decision to trade off our energy security in favor of a radical climate change agenda is making us more and more dependent on China. And at the same time, you are denying mining, blocking permits for mines in this country that would allow us to develop nickel and copper and cobalt. Why? Why block the development of these resources in our own nation in favor of making us dependent on China?
Senator, are you referring to the Boundary Waters?
I'm referring to the Twin Metals mine in Minnesota. I think that Senator Brasso was just asking about.
Yes, near the Boundary Waters, which is an iconic place and, of course, a very valuable ecological system to many plants, animals, species.
But jobs for, let me just say this though, jobs for blue-collar workers in this nation are valuable resources. The livelihood and well-being of American families are valuable resources. The ability of America to have our own industry and not be dependent on China is a valuable resource. Why should those things for millions of Americans be sacrificed in favor of your agenda for radical climate change?
Senator, I know that there's like 1.9 jobs for every American in the country right now, so I know there's a lot of jobs.
Wait a minute. You're telling me you're telling me we've got too many jobs in the country?
Well, I'm saying that we don't have enough people. That's why we are having a hard time finding folks to work at our department.
But wait, you're telling me that we have too many jobs for blue-collar work? Have you seen the number of jobs we have lost in this country to China in the last 20 years? Do you know where those jobs come from? Over 3 million jobs have gone to China. Do you know where those jobs have come from? They've come out of Midwestern towns like the ones I represent. They are blue-collar workers, and you're sitting here and telling me that we have too many jobs in this country? Are you serious?
Senator, we are working hard every single day. We have processed 20 mining applications, 20 mines or mining modification permits since January of 2021. We are moving forward. We're doing our jobs. We're fulfilling our mission for
You're
the
not moving
department.
forward, you're moving backward. You're shutting down and denying permits for mines in this country where we can develop our own resources. You're shutting down oil and natural gassing permits. You're approving taxes and royalties that deliberately suppress American energy development in favor of a climate change agenda. And now you're sitting here and telling me we've got too many jobs in this country. We've got gobs of jobs in this country. We don't need any more jobs in this country. I want to take the strongest possible exception to that comment and to that entire mentality, which I think is very honest. I think it reflects the mentality of your administration, which is when it comes to blue-collar workers in this country, you're on your own. Good luck. Good luck to you. We got plenty, just shut up and go get a job at McDonald's, whatever. No more, quit complaining about the loss of American industry. I mean, good Lord, that is extraordinary. What an extraordinary response.
May I say something, Senator?
Absolutely, the rest of the time's yours.
Thank you. Contrary to that, we have created a number of jobs. We have an orphan gas program where we've capped orphan oil and gas wells, an abandoned mine reclamation project that has lifted whole communities up in reclaiming their mine lands that have devastated their communities. These folks have been out of jobs for years, and now because of the bipartisan infrastructure law, because of the Inflation Reduction Act, they found new ways to engage and not only have jobs, but have a vision for what they want their communities to look like. We have plugged orphan gas wells in people's backyards in Pennsylvania, and we're doing so in California and Texas. These are communities that rely on this government to find a way forward for them. There is, unfortunately, a dearth of legacy pollution in this country. Those are jobs, good-paying, well-paying jobs with benefits that Americans are having because of President Biden and his policies, and we're proud to move those issues and those programs forward for the American people.
My time has expired. I'll just say in conclusion again, trading off American energy security in favor of your radical climate change agenda, shutting down good-paying American jobs in our energy sector, and then saying the explanation is we've got plenty of jobs in this country, I think is the most potentially, and this is quite a high bar, I might add, the most unbelievable statement I have heard from a member of this administration, maybe in my time in the Senate. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
What unfolded in that Senate hearing room was not simply a political disagreement between two public servants with differing policy views. It was something far more revealing, far more consequential, and, frankly, far more disturbing for anyone who genuinely cares about the working men and women who built this nation with their hands, their sweat, and their sacrifice. Senator Josh Hawley walked into that hearing armed with facts, armed with figures, and armed with the righteous frustration of millions of Americans who have watched their communities hollowed out, their industries dismantled, and their futures handed over to a foreign rival that has never once wished this country well. He asked simple, direct, reasonable questions. Questions that any cabinet secretary overseeing America's natural resources and energy future should have been able to answer in her sleep. And what did he get back? Silence, uncertainty, and ultimately one of the most tone-deaf remarks ever delivered in a chamber of the United States Senate. The suggestion that America has too many jobs, offered casually as a rebuttal to Hawley's passionate defense of blue-collar workers, was not merely a stumble or an awkward turn of phrase. It was a window into the soul of an administration that has consistently prioritized ideological ambition over economic reality. Over 3 million manufacturing jobs have been stripped from American communities and relocated to China over the past 2 decades. Those are not statistics. Those are fathers who could not provide. Those are mothers who had to choose between heating and eating. Those are towns that never recovered. Hawley was right to take the strongest possible exception. He was right to name it plainly. He was right to stand his ground and demand better for the people he represents, because somebody in Washington has to. America cannot afford an energy policy built on Chinese dependency, ecological excuses, and bureaucratic indifference to working-class suffering. Hawley made that case powerfully, passionately, and with the urgency this moment in history demands. The facts are on his side. The workers are on his side. And after watching this exchange, the truth is unmistakably on his side too. Watch, share, and subscribe now so you never miss another moment of political accountability like this one.